Yes, guest has come. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you all.
Yeah, very good morning.
Today, on behalf of SCAT College of Engineering and Technology, I welcome you all for this webinar. I'm very happy to see Indian as well as foreign delegates. Our institution, SCAT College of Engineering and Technology, was established in the year 2001 by our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Kletas Babu. We offer 5 undergraduation programs, engineering programs, and 3 post-graduation programs affiliated to Anna University, Chennai. The primary objective of entrepreneurship development cell in our institution is to motivate and enhance entrepreneurial skills among students. Our EDC has recently registered with the Institution's Innovation Council, established by Ministry of Education, Government of India, and it is the first webinar that we organize after becoming a registered institute with IIC. Once again, I welcome you all. I welcome our respected principal, faculty members, students, and dear participants of this webinar. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Mr. Mohamed Riaz, entrepreneur, Arasan Group of Companies. He has more than 22 years of experience in his own business. Presently, he is the managing partner of King's Retail Ventures, Arasan Supermarket, King's Chick, and Arasan Building and Construction Development. He is also the correspondent of Time School, executive director of BNI Tirunelveli, and president of Jan Seva Cooperative Credit Society. Once again, I welcome you, sir.
Thanks.
This webinar is organized to discuss about the topic becoming an entrepreneur. Many of us would have questioned to ourselves, how do I become an entrepreneur with no money or experience? Hope this webinar will answer to all your queries. It is fully an interactive session. Now our beloved chief guest, Mr. Mohamed Riaz, will continue with this topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and very good morning, everyone, wherever you are in the different parts of the world. This is the first time I'm using a Google Meet. I'm very comfortable with Zoom. I didn't check up with the organizer. That's my fault again, right? But let me try to be as best as possible. Today I'm learning a new technology, right? So thanks to the organization for inviting me here.
Thank you,
Mr. Marun, you are MD, and as well as Mr. Kletas Babu, the chairman. Both are very good friends of mine, and I've been associated with SCAT for quite some time now. Almost 6-7 years. No, I had been there more than a couple of times, and have done a lot of interesting seminars and all those stuff, motivational things, right? So if the students can hear me and see me okay, right, can type yes in the chat box so that I can start whatever I have in my mind and whatever I have to present. And I believe that since you have international participation, thank you, Dashwin, for confirming. Thank you, Jabaraj, for confirming that. Right. So I think the language has to be in English anyway. Right. So let me share my screen. I don't know. This is the first time I'm sharing my screen in Google Meet. Right. Just give me a second. Whether is it possible? Okay. Just give me a second. Let me see. Okay, can you see my screen? No, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Which one you are seeing? You are seeing the browser, or you are seeing
about me, introduction, opportunities.
Oh, that's great. Becoming an author. You could see the mind map, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Fine. Right. But anyway, I wasn't able to change this green screen, you know. So in Zoom, we used to have this green screen and we used to have our own backgrounds. But anyway, fine. You know, I don't like green, by the way. Anyway, right? This is just a screen so that we can change the screens of, I think, people who are very much familiar with Zoom. might be knowing about this green screen. But anyway, since we are not using Zoom, I wasn't able to change, the background since I have logged in to your mail ID through your mail ID, right? Anyway, so about me, okay, the Professor Zarina has given a wonderful introduction about me, right? So when it comes to talking about becoming an entrepreneur, why I'm good at this? First of all, I have to be good at something if I want to present about something, right? So then only I should have the experience, I should have the expertise, and then only the expectation can be met, right? So why I'm doing at this is I'm in this entrepreneurial world for the past 25 years, right after my college days, right? I have joined my grandfather's business. I worked under him, and then today I have some eight to 10 companies to manage from, right? So I do have enough experience, and believe me, I'm doing well by the grace of Almighty, right? And the second thing, why I am doing this, right? Why I suddenly accepted the invitation from SCAD. First one, as I already said, your chairman and as well as your managing director, Mr. Arun, are both very good friend of mine. We have talked a lot about business, a lot about your college, and a lot about all the institutions. And right, that's one thing. And the second one is why I accepted is my mission. I am on a mission. I am on a mission to help especially students like you who are in the third year, who are in the final year, who are doing the MBA, right? To pursue their career as an entrepreneur, right? As an entrepreneur. And that is my mission. My mission, if you will, right? My mission is to transform the lives of 1 lakh startups or entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs. And that is why I'm here, right? That is why I'm here, because the reason why I have taken my time today on a Tuesday, that too on a morning, instead of concentrating on my own business, why I'm here for you. Yes, it is kind of a selfish thing, right? I'm trying to brush my own paint now, right? Why? Because it is like my mission is that I wanted to help entrepreneurs out there who want to become successful, right? So basically, who is an entrepreneur? Can anyone suggest or maybe chat, give a chat in the chat box, right? Who is an entrepreneur? What do you think? So what is your definition? What is your understanding about an entrepreneur, right? Can anyone chat in the chat? Type in the chat box, please. Or maybe you can open up your mic if you can do that from your side. I don't know. No one is typing. Maybe the host can give an answer. Okay, fine. I got an answer from Mr. Firminas Raj, right? Those who fulfill the need of people is an entrepreneur. Okay, right? It's a good definition. Right, the need of people. Okay, fine. Individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. I love that, Marimuthu. Fantastic. I love that. One who is ready to take risks. Super, Pradeep. Thank you. That's a good one. What else? Today morning, I have 4 kids, and my eldest one is a daughter. She is doing commerce. She's in the 11th standard, right? So I went to drop her at the school. I asked her, what is the definition of an entrepreneur? The same question that I asked you. She said that risk-taking ability, right? Forecasting, and then being a visionary, right? All these things, right? Entrepreneurs are innovators. Thank you, Roselle Ronquillo. Right. Wow, that's a great one. And makes money by starting businesses. Okay, Aarti Natar. Okay, one who is ready to take risks. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for all those explanations, all those definitions, right? So, entrepreneur is like someone who actually cares about the future, or someone who actually architects a company. He's an architect for a company which will reach its goal, or which will achieve its goal. In 5 years from now, in 2 years from now, in 10 years from now, in 20 years from now, in 30 years from now, right? So that is what an entrepreneur is. He's always thinking of the future, not of the past or not of the present, right? He's always thinking of the future. And again, so let me explain it to you when I come to the entrepreneurial ladder. Let me increase the size of the screen so that those who have joined via mobile can see this, right? So There is a famous author called Robert Kiyosaki, and he has written the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is by far the famous book when it comes to investment, when it comes to startups or entrepreneurs who wanted to start their journey. Rich Dad Poor Dad is an amazing book to start. And the second book that he wrote was Cash Flow Quadrant. In the book Cash Flow Quadrant, Rich Dad advises Robert Kiyosaki to be in the quadrant of I, to be in the quadrant of I, which is the investor. So that if you will, right, you have four squares, two squares are on the left and two squares are on the right, right? It is called as the ESBI quadrant. Okay, right. Let us understand where we are. Let us understand where all the business owners or the business entrepreneurs are there right now, right? First one is the employee. You have a job, right? That is the E, right? You go to the 9 to 9 job or 9 to 6 job or 9 to 5 job. What do? Every day morning you wake up, you go to work and then come back home in the evening, right? This is what he says, right? Go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. That's what almost all the people do because they are on a rat race. They are on a rat race. They cannot come out of it. They cannot have the decisions on their own. They are working under someone or working for someone, right? So the first one, E, is they will have a job, employee. How many of you are really satisfied with this, right? How many of you are really studying to take a job? What if some uncertainty like the pandemic that happened during March, right? Maybe you lose your job. You have a salary cut. What do, right? So you cannot run your family. You cannot take your own decisions. You cannot live the life that you have dreamt for, right? So we have to move from E to S, which is a self-employed. You own a job now, right? So that is the case, for example, for a dentist or for a heart surgeon or for an advocate or maybe for an architect. All these people are self-employed. The problem with self-employed is again, for example, you consider the case of a dental surgeon, right? He goes to his clinic early in the morning at around 9 o'clock and comes back home at around 9 o'clock, right? No time freedom for the dentist or the surgeon or maybe the advocate or maybe for the architect. What do? They again go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. The main difference between E and S, the employee and the self-employed is, in employee, you are working for someone and you are paid. And when it comes to self-employed, you are working for yourself and you are not paid. You are unpaid, right? So again, the left side of the quadrant is very, very difficult for you to achieve your dreams, for live your life or achieve your goals. Right? And we have to move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. That is our ultimate agenda. And that is why I am here to motivate you, right? Don't think of a job. Don't think of becoming self-employed. You need to move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. What is there in the right side of the quadrant? The B and the I, right? You become the business owner. You are working on the business and not in the business. You develop a system. For example, if you watch the movie The Founder in Netflix, right? Go grab some 500 rupees or 600 rupees, subscribe for Netflix and watch this movie, The Founder. It is a movie about the success story of McDonald's. We all know that McDonald's, they produce the best burger in the world. I don't know whether it is the best, but all the time the stores are full. Every city will, every premium city will have a McDonald's outlet, right? There are over 35,000 McDonald's outlets out there, but still they're able to be successful, and there is no owner to take care of all these 35,000. Why? Because they have developed a system. For example, you take KFC, you take Pizza Hut, all these food joints are all these, for example, say all the other corporates, right? They are the business owners. They are not working in the system. They have a system. They are working on the business. They do not go early morning, 9 o'clock to their shop and return late night at 11 o'clock, closing the shop. They do not take care of the sales. They do not take care of the marketing. They do not take care of the HR or any of those things. So maybe you can start your life with E and S, but you need to be moving essentially to the right side, which is the B quadrant or the I quadrant. Once you have become a business owner and you have got some money under your belt, then you become an investor. Like people like Warren Buffett, right? He started doing business at the age of 7. At the age of 7, he did business, right? So he started paying income tax at the age of 14. He started selling chewing gums. He started selling golf balls. He started selling Coca-Cola. And now he's one among the top 7 billionaires in the world. Once he was in the top 1, 2, 3 ranking in the world. right? Imagine a 7-year-old kid who started a business by selling chewing gums and now becoming one of the top billionaires of the world, right? You and me can do still, right? If not become a millionaire, a billionaire, at least be self-satisfied and becoming an investor, right? And that is what Robert Kiyosaki teaches us in the cash flow quadrant. I recommend you to read this particular book. You can just take a screenshot of it or make a note of it, and then you can start reading this book, right? See, never stop learning, because life is always teaching. Today, my new learning is, what do I learn today? I should have checked with Professor Zarina, right? Yesterday itself, whether it is a Zoom meeting or whether any other technology. So today I learned that there is a costly lesson that I am learning today is I should have got updated myself with the Zoom as well. So I don't know why a lot of things are opening. Just give me a second. Okay, now I got it. Right. So I'm going to explain in a moment what the entrepreneurial ladder is, right? How many of you, I don't know whether you have heard about, I'm not comfortable with Zoom, with this Google Meet. Anyway, I'm trying my level best, guys. Okay, fine. Entrepreneurial ladder suggested by Brad Sugars, the action coach. When it comes to action, right, he's the #1 coach in the world, Brad Sugars. He talks about the entrepreneurial ladder, right? So a lot of students have joined. I think close to about 70 plus students have joined from all over the world, right? So in what stage you are there? Where are you in terms of the entrepreneurial ladder nowadays? Now is you are in -1 stage. -1 stage where you are just studying, right? Where you are just studying. So the next stage where you are going is after your studies, maybe you complete your MBA or maybe you complete your BE or any other course. After you have done, you are searching for a job, right? Most of you, maybe a lot of people may have your father in a business. Maybe you want to pursue or continue with your father's business or maybe a grandfather's business, right? So from -1, you go to 0, right? Which is the employee, right? And then once you got employed, then you wanted to start your own business because you are not satisfied with your boss or maybe with your with your manager or anybody who is in the organizational hierarchy above you, right? You are not satisfied and you wanted to start your own business. And now with some capital, you are starting your own business. And again, you are becoming self-employed, which is stage 1, right? Which is stage 1, right? So you are again taking care of the sales, marketing, advertisement, HR, accounts and everything. And then what you are doing, then you are again working till the evening. So you have to move up the ladder now. So from self-employed, you are moving to the manager level. So where you have a lot of people working under you and you are managing things. You are managing things, but still you don't have enough time for yourself, right? And that is where you have to think of a owner, which is the business owner working on a system. Now, after opening one shop, now you have got 3, 4, 5, 10 shops or 10 stores or 10 businesses which you are managing. But you are not micromanaging. You are no more involved in sales. You are no more involved in marketing. You are no more involved in HR. You have a team to look after that, and now you are micromanaging, right? Macromanaging, right? You are working on the business. You can take a 1 week leave or 1 month leave, right? All those things you can do, right? That is 3. Our minimum goal, our minimum dream for us in our life has to be at 3. Has to be at 3. I'm going to share some success stories in the middle, right? So how people started from -1 or even -2, right? Now you are educated. There are plenty of people out there who are not even educated, but still they will move up the ladder to number 5, entrepreneur, right? So number 4, the investor. So now you have got 10 stores under you, 10 different businesses under you. You got a lot of money and you are investing in other businesses. Right? For example, if you take Natural Salon, right? Natural Salon, they have started an angel investment company where they will invest for ideas. For example, a student from you have got a wonderful idea like Uber or Ola or maybe Swiggy or Zomato, some ideas come, right? They invest in your business. They invest your business. This is called a venture capital company or maybe angel investing, right? So 4th is the investor. And the 5th one, which is the top of the ladder, is the entrepreneur, where you need not have to invest your money, right? People are ready to invest their money in you because you have got a lot of ideas and your investment, you are making a lot of money through your investments, and people will give and you are going to invest. You are going to be an entrepreneur where you are working with other people's money and you are investing in other businesses, and still you are earning the profit and you are sharing with them, right? And that is the ultimate agenda for everyone to become at number 5 in the entrepreneurial ladder, right? Hope that makes sense. And then what are the opportunities? Before I talk about the opportunities, right? Let me tell you one thing. Right? So maybe a couple of stories. How many of you have heard about Arun ice cream? Okay. How many of you have heard about Arun ice cream? Type yes in the chat box if you have heard about Arun ice cream. Yes, says Dashwin. Okay. Ezekiel says yes, right? A lot of people have tasted Arun ice cream. So the famous Arokya milk belongs to them. And then the famous Hudson agro products, if you wish, Hudson ghee, all those Hudson milk, and then all those Arokya curd, and now Ibaco ice creams. Everyone belongs to them. All of those brands belong to them, right? I think now the turnover is more than 3,000 crores per annum, right? So let me tell you his story, right? He started as an accountant in a wood company, in a timber company. He started as an accountant at Madurai, right? Then he started a small ice cream. He became an ice cream vendor at a canteen in Madurai. Then he slowly started the process, slowly -1 to 0. He was -2 maybe, right? -1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and now he's at number 5. Let me tell you another success story. Maybe, yeah, when he's none other than Chandra Mohan. He's the founder and CEO of Hudson Agro Products and Arun Ice Cream and all those things in India, right? I shared the story of Warren Buffett, right? He is at number 7 in the world's billionaires list. He started selling chewing gum, and now his net worth is more than 100 billion crores, $100 billion, sorry, $100 billion. $1 billion in Indian money is 7,500 crores. Can you just imagine? 7,500 crores into 100 again. Right? That is close to about 7.5 lakh crores of money, right? That's huge money, right? So started selling chewing gums, and right. Maybe the current number 2 in the world. He recently became number 2. He was there for number 1 almost a year. Jeff Bezos, right? How many of you know Jeff Bezos? What is the brand that is associated with him? Jeff Bezos. Can anyone type the answer? Amazon. Roselle, thank you. So Amazon, he's the CEO and founder of Amazon, right? Jeff Bezos, he recently stepped down as a CEO, and he also got into number 2 position. I mean, like, he was thrashed by Elon Musk of Tesla, right? Elon Musk became the number 1. By the way, you can just Google it, Forbes billionaires list, and get to know about all those entrepreneurs and how they become successful. You can read the story, you can study the story. I do have a YouTube channel where I share all these success stories. How Eric Yuan, the founder and CEO of Zoom, he didn't know English at all. He's basically Chinese born. He was denied visa 7 times. The US visa was denied to him 7 times. He got into US the 8th time. He was working for, again, WebEx, similar to Zoom or similar to Google Meet or maybe Skype, right? Again, it is a web conferencing company, right? He worked for them, and he gave the idea. Of Zoom to his uplink, to whom he was reporting. The idea was turned down. They said that it will not be profitable, it will not be lucrative. He learned English himself. Then he started his own company, the Zoom Inc. Now, before the pandemic, there were only 10 million users. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs, right? So there were only 1 crore of users, 10 million users. But once the pandemic struck, right, at around August, their subscription went to 300 million. 300 million, 30 times more, 30x his business, right? Imagine, what will the manager be thinking now, or what will be WebEx thinking now, right? He became the billionaire. He was a millionaire, he became a billionaire. A millionaire is one who has close to about 7.5 crores or maybe somewhat in that realm, right? But now he has become again one of the top 100 billionaires in the world, right? Even if you take the example of Jeff Bezos, the CEO and founder of Amazon, right? He started his business by selling books online. He took the books in his car, in his car, right? He used to courier all those books, stuffing in those cotton boxes. He used to courier. He used to carry them, right? He started individually. Not 100 years ago, brothers and sisters. He started just 20 years ago, maybe even less than that. Now he's the number 2 billionaire in the world. His net worth is more than $150 billion US, right? And that is the kind of mindset that should be having, right? If you want to achieve something, you have to believe in it. You have to believe in it. There is a famous quote from the author of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Again, another wonderful book for you to read. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. In it, he says that a mind is a superb, like your brain or your mind is a superb servant, right? So you need to be understanding like what the mind can believe it can achieve. That is what he wants to say. What the mind can believe it can achieve. So you have to believe in yourself to achieve all those things, right? Amazon, Jeff Bezos believed it. Now Tesla's Elon Musk is believing it. Right? Chandra Mohan believed in it. I know a lot of other people. For example, if you take Baiju app, how many of you know Baiju app? It's very famous in India now. Baiju app. Who is the brand ambassador for Baiju app? Baiju's app. Shah Rukh Khan. Correct. Right. Shah Rukh Khan is the brand ambassador. You know how much he is actually getting for that particular advertisement? And Baiju was able to afford to pay to that, right? He started his business with a mere 1 lakh rupees, right? Now it is the number 1 educational app in India. Number 1 educational app in India, right? How many of you know ID Foods? ID Foods. How many of you know ID Foods? Let me get some answers. Yes, says Tirupati. Okay, what do they manufacture? ID Foods, what do they manufacture? What do they manufacture? Any idea? If you don't have any idea, type no in the chat box. If you know, you can just type the items that you know. No idea, says Rosel. ID Foods, right? No, says Sanjay Kumar. See, ID Foods. Okay, fine. That's okay. So, ID Foods, they sell idli batter and dosa batter. Idli and dosa batter. Right, for the foreign national, idli and dosa are our staple foods, right? It is like the bread and butter for us in the we used to have for breakfast and dinner, right? It is like the French croissants, or maybe right. It is a rice, maybe like the dumplings, right? Maybe like the dumplings, even parota, yes, right? They started this idli dosa batter business with a mere capital of 50,000. And to pool this 50,000, the CEO and the founder, PC Mustafa, he need to get help from his families, his extended cousins, and all those people. He started with 50,000. You know how much turnover they are making right now? More than 500 crores of business they are doing right now, per annum. Selling idli dosa batter, right? So selling idli dosa batter and all those parotas, and now they have got this vada, the famous vada, right? So the donut of India. The Medu Vada, right? See, you need to be a visionary. As I said, to become an entrepreneur, the one thing that anyone needs, the one quality, the one virtue that you need, the one value that you need to be holding is you should be a visionary. You should be a visionary, right? So what are the opportunities there are right now? Because we are all in the pandemic as of now. So what are the opportunities that we have? So just give me a sec. What are the opportunities that we have? So the opportunities are there during this pandemic, especially during this uncertain period, right? Uncertain period. We have a lot of industries which are affected by this pandemic, which are not doing good and which are really struggling, right? So what are the industries that are struggling, right? I mentioned a few industries, right? First, the job markets, lot of salary cuts, and as well as lot of job cuts. A lot of people are fired, right? Lots and lots of businesses closed, right? We cannot give salary to everyone, right? Sales has not picked up. Of course, we are on the verge of fighting this pandemic, and we are getting to normal. But this is the new normal, right? People have started working from home, all those IT industries, right? Imagine, right? Everyone is working at home, so there will be no hotels now, there will be no conferences. Every conference, every webinar, every seminar has become a webinar now. No travels. Hotel industry has got drastically affected by this. Retails and malls. Malls have only recently opened, right? Retail outlets. Now people have gone online and they are purchasing from everywhere, anywhere, right? So travel industry, no one is traveling now, right? Year before last year, for example, 2019, I traveled to close to about 7 countries, right? In India itself, I traveled around 10 plus cities in 2019. But in 2020, no travel at all. No travel at all. Even I wasn't able to travel to my office, right? If you understand the Google map, it will be like from my bedroom to bathroom to office, only this triangle, right? So only this will happen. Everyone has set up a home office like I'm having it now, right? So the travel industry, the tourism industry has drastically come down. The hospitality industry, as I said, the hotels and all those stuff. Automotive industries, nobody is traveling. Then where is the need for the cars? Where is the need for the trucks, right? Cinema and entertainment, only the master movie has come as come as maybe like a savior for the entertainment cinema industry, especially when it comes to Tamil Nadu, right? So all those cinemas were closed for the past 11, 12 months. Even people are skeptical to go to cinema. And now people are watching cinema right in front of them through Amazon, Netflix, Woot, and all those stuff, right? And the logistics, right? The need of the people has drastically come down. We are not purchasing the same way we used to purchase before March 2020, right? The needs of the customers, the wants are not there anymore. Only we are satisfying our needs, right? People are not buying for want. Then there will be no reason why logistics has to grow, right? And the local transportation has drastically come down. And then the restaurants, let's see, we have closed a restaurant. Because we were not able to face this particular pandemic. All these industries are struggling. Luxury products, people are buying only for their essentials and no more for their luxury products. And live sports, right? You saw the ESPN and the Sony and all those live sport events have come to a drastic standstill. Even in India, where the IPL used to be held, now it has been taken to Dubai, and you know all those industries which are affected, right? And the real estate, right? Real estate, now it is booming back. Now it is of course going back. Then the oil and gas, again there is no demand for it. When we were in the pandemic, construction industry, now it is booming up. Film industry got drastically affected. Imagine that a few weeks ago, Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, he was saying that we should be expecting such pandemic year on year. So that's a shocker, right? We have not come out of the COVID-19 yet. And this fellow, Bill Gates, is saying that we should be ready to face such pandemics in future, right? So these are the industries that will be drastically affected. Even some conferences, right? Where did we have the conference during the pandemic? Even for this webinar, for example, I used to travel to SCAD, Serum Nadevi, I used to travel to FX, right? Now the travels have come down, no conferences are happening. If no conferences are happening, the banquet halls will not be filled in the hotels, no events will be happening. All those things are very, very tough, right? Then the technology and the gadgets, automobile manufacturing, then the fintech companies. All those things are the losing companies. What are the companies that are winning? What are the industries that are winning, right? Number one is the digital products, right? All those digital products, they are winning. Then for example, like Zoom or maybe this Google Meet and all those stuff. Then the gig economy, that is paying people per task, right? Now you need not have to have an employee with you anymore. You just paper task. Complete this particular task and you will be paid. Some websites like Fiverr.com, a lot of websites have come where you are paying people only for their task. Nobody on payroll anymore, right? So you can just, if you are a freelancer, you can start your own business right now by becoming a member of the Fiverr, right? Fiverr, right? Then the stock market investing, right? I said the success story of Warren Buffett, right? You understand about the market. Maybe that is one of the papers in your MBA about the stock market, about the intraday, about the interday, and all those features, options, and all those things, right? You learn, you study, you understand about the market, and then you start investing, right? So imagine if someone has invested in one share in Apple, right, when you were born, then how much you might have become a crorepati, right, or maybe a billionaire now as the company has grown. Maybe in Tesla, right? Maybe even in Tesla, right? So then the home gardening industry, everyone is interested in gardening. Everyone is interested in terrace gardening, right? Even if you ask me, during this pandemic, the only time that we were spending more was on our home gardening, and a lot of people have started that online coaching and teaching, right? I myself have started a coaching academy, an online academy called the Pro Coach, where I teach people about process, I teach people about productivity and getting more profits, right? Excuse me. So online teaching, the yoga has become online. The fitness centers have become online. All these things have become online. This is a booming industry. Then the mental health. People are spending more on their health now. So especially on the mental health, right? A lot of stress around the world. So mental health, I think another winning industry, alternative energy like solar and wind. Then the insurance industry, as usual, people are very much worried about your health because they are uncertain about the future. So they wanted to insure for their loved ones. And then the alternate medicines, Ayush, we call it as, excuse me, Ayurveda. Then, yeah, yoga, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. This is Ayush, right? So maybe that. And then the gaming industry, so gaming industry has actually developed a lot, has grown a lot. And the healthcare industry, as I already said, the mask, manufacturing of masks, sanitizers, right? Each and every company now started manufacturing sanitizers, masks, and all those healthcare products, right? Affiliate marketing, you need not have to have any product. You need not have to have any service. All you need to have is your own website where you can sell other products, right? Even Amazon has started affiliate marketing now, right? There is one website called as cj.com, commissionjunction.com, where you need not have to sell or invest in anything, right? If you ask me, a lot of people come and ask, all you are addressing to the existing entrepreneurs or those who are having money. I don't have any money to start my own business. How do I start? Learn about affiliate marketing. Learn about affiliate marketing where you need not have to invest a single paise or single cent, right? Right. All you need to have is a bank account, maybe your PAN, and as well as maybe your national identity, right? And then you start your website, right? You design your own website. Now you can start your own website, maybe for a few thousands, right? Even a motorbike costs more than $1 lakh now. Right, you can start your own website and start marketing other people's products, right? Affiliate marketing. Then network marketing, grow your network, right? Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he used to say, I love this quote, right? So wealthiest people and successful people, they grow their network and their network because they wanted to grow their network, right? Other people just work. So it depends upon whether you just wanted to work or you wanted to increase your network. If you want to increase your network, how many people you know? How many people are there in your circle of influence, right? For example, if you ask me, in my circle of influence, I have close to about 200 people within me, 200 business entrepreneurs. And each entrepreneur, if he or she is able to connect me to 100 people on their own, because every single phone has got close to about 3,000 contacts, right? Everyone is able to connect me to the another 100, that is 20,000 people under my circle of influence, right? Your network, right? So through that network, you can start marketing your product or service, right? And then the data science. Now everywhere data is very, very important. So if you want to study more about data analytics, you go and study, browse the web, right? Data science is getting very strong, because people are understanding, especially the retailers, they wanted to understand about the psyche analysis of the customers, right? And that is why data science is very important. And last but not the least is spiritual sciences, right? People are very much interested in pranic healing and all those yoga and all those things. People are coming towards the scriptures, right? Whether you are a Muslim, Christian, or maybe a Hindu, right? People are returning back to the scriptures, and they are looking for solutions, especially during this pandemic, which has changed the world a lot, right? I think I'm coming to the close. Wait, just give me a second, right? So if you want to get connected with me, these are the details, right? These are the details. riazgani@kingsgroup.com is my email ID, right? You can just, I'm very active in Telegram, not in WhatsApp, right? At the King Riaz. King is my brand, right? So the King Riaz is my Telegram ID, and as well as you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. I have close to about 4,400 subscribers now. I upload 2 videos, especially for the Tamil-speaking people. I'll be very soon starting an English playlist as well, right, for the international audience, right? So you can just follow me on YouTube as well to watch my videos if you want to get motivated or inspired through the success stories, right? So I think thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity given to me. I hope I made some sense to you all. So it depends, right? I just wanted to reiterate on what the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, said, right? You forget about the wealthiest people, right? If you want to be successful in your, in your life, like, you need to increase your network. You need to increase your network. For that, you need to be associated with, you need to be knowing about more people. Just start building relationship. For example, if in your class, maybe in your batch, you have got close to about 80 students or maybe 100 students, right? What you are doing is you try to understand each and every one better, right? Maybe 10 of you can pool a capital of 1 lakh each, right? Right? So even a bike, as I already said, it costs more than 1 lakh now. A Pulsar costs more than 1.5 lakhs, I believe, 1.25 to 1.5 lakh based on the configuration or based on the like kit-ups that you add, right? So think, right, whether you want to become an entrepreneur or whether you want to become ride a bike. Riding a bike, by the way, it's not like, I'm not against it. Of course you can, right? If you can afford to both, but the choice is yours. Life will definitely come up with a lot of choices, right? It depends upon what choice are you taking, right? So I'm using the Apple 11 Pro Max, right? Though the 12 is out there in the market, I haven't changed it because I just wanted to make the right choices. I just wanted to make the right choices, right? Instead, I have invested in a very good webcam, right? Where I can record my videos, where I can do some kind of a webinar like this and change lives, right? So life will get you with a lot of choices. It depends upon which choice actually you do, which one you choose, whether the bike or maybe okay, let me not take up the bike, whether it is option A or option B, right? Option A or option B, right? So you take the right choices and then travel in that, right? Maybe at one point of time you may be thinking you have taken the wrong road. There is nothing wrong in turning back, right? There is nothing wrong in turning back. So once you got to know that you have traveled the wrong road, you can just turn back, come to normal, and then start again, right? There are lots and lots of stories for that. Even in my own story, all you see is the tip of the iceberg. But below the iceberg, there are a lot of other things: failures, closure of shops, betrayals, right? All those things are there, are all there. Life is not like maybe it is not like a bed of roses as everyone says, right? Life will always be a bumpy ride. So I'll just close with the quote from Ratan Tata. He used to say that a business will always have ups and downs. Like even if you take life will always have ups and downs, right? Always have ups and downs. It is just like the ECG, the heart rate, right? If life is very flat, like you will understand from the ECG, if the ECG is flat, then the man is dead or the woman is dead. Life is no more, right? Life will no more be interesting, or you will get bored if you are just keeping on maybe successful. There will always be ups and downs, right? Always be ups and downs. If you have the chance to meet Elon Musk, the CEO of CEO and founder of Tesla, SpaceX, Hyperloop, and all these things. Go and ask him whether you are having any troubles in your life. Of course, he will say a lot, right? A lot, right? The only thing is how you are treating them, right? Whether you are learning a lesson out of it. Whether you are learning a lesson out of it. Remember, my dear students, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, my dear children, right? One thing for sure, you can never achieve success by a fluke. Success is never a fluke. It requires lots and lots of hard work and patience. Wish you all the best, and I would love to see lots and lots of entrepreneurs from this particular batch. Over to the organizer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. If you have any queries, you can ask.
Someone is asking a success story of Arasan. So, Arasan Group, it was started by grandfather, my maternal grandfather, that is my mom's father. He was an ex-military man. He served for the military, Indian country. He served for the Indian country as a sepoy, if you ask me, right? So, for close to about 16 years, then he was a freedom fighter as well. He fought the British, right? And then he came back to Tirunelveli, the Halwa city, and then started his own business. He started a very small shop called Gunny Cool Drinks. My grandfather's name is Gunny, and that is why my name is also Riaz Gunny, right? So he started a very small cool drinks company. I mean, like, so where my grandmother used to make the sugar solutions, sugar syrup. Nowadays we have this Nannari Sarbat in all those retail outlets, right? It is the sugar solution she manufactured. She used to send them to the shop, and he used to mix all those juices, and then he started the bakery. Then he started slowly building up, and now you see the success of Arasan, right? Any questions? I'm ready to answer. Otherwise, we are done for the day. I hope that I have completed on time. Next time, if you give me a chance to present a webinar in some other topic, maybe on Zoom, I'll be very, very comfortable. And I mean,
sure, sir. Sure, sir. Next time, we are planning.
If you want a webinar link, even I can create for one. I have got 6-7 licenses because we run our organization BNI and our school also through Zoom webinars. So you need not have to pay for that, right? I can share the link if you will. But I'm very, very comfortable with Zoom.
Next time we shall plan for it, sir.
Sure. Thank you. If you don't have any, how can be a teacher entrepreneur? That's a very good question. How can be a teacher entrepreneur? I don't know whether you are a teacher or not, right? See, let me ask you. Teaching is the only profession because my father is a teacher. My father was a professor of zoology. He worked for St. Xavier's College. A lot of people in Tirunelveli might be knowing, and he was known as the world-renowned scientist for mural fish, right? He is also having a YouTube channel, the mural fish expert, right? So the teaching profession is totally different. The teaching profession is totally different, right? So what a professor or a teacher does is they create entrepreneurs and they don't become one, right? It is a kind of giving to the society, but we do not give back to the society, give back to our teachers, our professors, right? They're very selfish on that, especially as entrepreneurs. See, you have never seen a teacher driving a Mercedes-Benz or an Audi to your college. 99.99%. They either drive an i20 or maybe a Maruti or maybe a Toyota, right? You have never seen, maybe at least in this part of the world, right, in India, right? You have never seen that, right? But how many entrepreneurs they have created, these teachers and professors have created, where all those entrepreneurs are driving those Mercs, driving those Audis, driving those BMWs and all those things. But still, they are not jealous about it. They're very, very happy about it. That is an amazing profession, right? So, the long story short, I don't have an answer for that question. So, if I answer for that question as an entrepreneur, I may sound rude. What I will say is just quit as a teacher and start your own business, right? That is what I would say as an entrepreneur if you ask me for advice. But that will be very rude on the teaching profession, right? A teaching profession can never be compared, right? Maybe I would suggest, especially during this time, during the time of uncertainty, you can become an online teacher. Maybe you are very good in English. Maybe you are very good in mathematics. You start your own coaching company, teaching company, right? You shoot all your videos. Right, in the language that is preferred by you. Okay, there is one thing which is called as LMS, Learning Management System, which is something like a software bundle that you have to purchase, that ranges from a few thousands to, I mean, like 50,000 to 1 lakh per annum, where you can upload all those videos, right? One time work. You need to shoot a very good video as a teacher in whatever subject that you are good at. Then you post all the videos. Then for that course, you can charge. Across the world, you can have n number of students. Imagine the world is very big, you know, billions of people are there, right? So you can have your own, I mean, like students from all around the world, right? That can be done. Hope that answered the question. Thank you. Sanjay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Any other questions? If you have, you can ask.
Mr. Arokya Ruben is asking, are you related to M.A. Haniffa? Yeah, I'm very much related to Dr. M.A. Haniffa. Without him, I won't be in this world. He's my father. I am Haniffa Mohamed Riaz. I am son of Dr. M.A. Haniffa.
Okay, then shall we wind up?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your very interesting and thought-provoking address. I would like to express my profound gratitude to our management. I think this webinar is very useful for you all. I thank our principal, sir, for his support and guidance. I wholeheartedly thank all the participants for making this event a great success. Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.